Comfort Systems online. Groovy ceiling. Fabric with magnets. Wood stove yet to be piped in. Propane heater. Electric heater. Stove yet to be piped in. Music station. Drink station. And refrigerator not plugged in. Got a ways to go, but it's kind of functional already. So, we're much closer to what the living quarters will look like, and we can use this most comfortably now. We built the platform for the fridge, moved the stove over, haven't built anything, assembled but not finished constructing the stove thing. I brought in a lamp and I brought in the futon frame, and here we are. Look at that. Is that comfy or what? Okay, the battery's gonna go. Water. And wine. What more could one want? Oh, a place to lounge. And internet. Life's good right now. Comfy. Dogs and all. Lunchtime in the bus with the TV and everything. Isn't that nice? I slept here last night. It folds out. It was very comfy. He was comfy too. Mr. Cutie Pie. So, today was spent mostly running around and doing stuff. Measuring stuff. I did put some wire covers on, but I didn't get a whole lot done. But this evening, I hung up a bunch of fabrics. Now these are temporary. Some of it will eventually become permanent, but I still have to put so much construction into the bus. These are just to make it more comfortable when I'm hanging out in here. So this is one of my painting drop cloths, and it's just helping to stop cold drafts from the back half of the bus, which is not as well insulated. These are just there to give me a sense of privacy. The yard is so private I don't need them, but I had them and I thought, I'll throw them up. They look nice. And so I put them up. And then those again, that really does give me some privacy. It makes me feel a little less exposed. And over at the far end, I put up some sleeping bags that are overlapped and end to end. So that shuts off the front, the cab of the bus completely, providing me with really good insulation. Now I'm going to show you how I hung these things up from the ceiling. If you look real close, I took out some of these screws and replaced them with eye hooks, which are then just a safety pin. And I did the same way with the sleeping bags. These are just up with magnets. Like I said, they're on today, but I'm very comfortable. I'm watching TV. I've got that set up. That's temporary. I have a big TV I want to put here, and the shelf will come down again. And yeah, my dogs. I've got the heater going down there. So now it only has to heat this small area where I'm actually hanging out. So, this is the electrical valance. When I'm done, the wires will be hidden all along the way. And then that's going to be hidden behind overhead storage anyway, but we'll be able to take the storage out and access the wiring as needed. See? So, we've got one electrical box down here. And we can just plug in right above the windows here. Like that. And then, yeah, so that's the first, finally, a portion of the electrical system up. Pretty cool. Sturdy enough, too. I don't think it's going to make a lot of noise when we're driving. This has to come back down because I put these outlets too close together. And I can't get the cover plates on. See? Not going to happen. I know you should measure, but I'm not that experienced. For heaven's sake, I'm not an electrician, I'm a painter. But this is just a little 1x2, a little 2x2 under here to hold it out far enough so that they don't run into the wall. Back in here. So anyway, I gotta take this down, move one, then put it back up. So I've got a second box put together. It's got some metal underneath because the stovepipe goes through. I think we need to get a better piece of metal though. Too much exposed wood. And got an outlet in there. Yes, they're messy because of how they're laid. They're attached to this piece of board and then they simply project through a hole. This one here, I need to use solder to join the red wires, and I need to solder on a tip to be able to screw the black wire to the bus wall. And there's the power wire for that. And that runs this little 12-volt USB. So, got a little bit of progress here. So the starter's back on and Dan's reassembling the battery box using new drawer slides from Lee Valley. The only place we could find strong enough drawer slides was Lee Valley Hardware and Tools. I have been working on the stovepipe, but I don't have the supports to put it on the roof, and I'm not very happy with my installation on here, and I'll take you inside and show you. The trouble is, this pipe is extremely small, like about 3 inches, but my stovepipe is a good 5 inches. Let me see if I can show you that. This here. Now this piece, well, you can see how the difference in size here between between the two. It's crazy. This piece is supposed to go in the window. That has to go, that piece has to go in underneath where that tiny scrap of metal is to protect shelving and stuff from the heat. And then this goes in the window, more or less like that. And I'm not happy with it yet. It's crooked and it's got a lot of holes in it. But so we're working on the wood stove. Additionally, over here, this side, and on this side, I put the covers back on. These dots are just magnets that I've been using to hold up screens. You can see some up here. This cover here, I had to cut it short, and then it goes on over top because this back half of the bus is not going to be wooded in. This is the garage portion of the bus. And I wanted to retain some busness, even though we have to cut the whole back off. And that's why I didn't worry about taking it to the end, because we've got to cut the whole back off. Then we have to build wood box to meet the lift gate, or tailgate, I don't know what it's called. It's a ramp, it's a deck. It'll be a ramp, it'll be a deck that goes out about 8 feet, it'll be a ramp that goes down to the ground, and it'll be the back flap, so it needs to have a long, strong hinge across the bumper. And we haven't built or designed that yet. So, it's Sunday evening, the first week of this double week recording this video. I have put up these boxes this week that have outlets and wiring in them. And once I've got some silver bubble insulation that I want to lay in, not so much as insulation as to just fill that space, protect the wiring from stuff being stuffed in, because I'm already stuffing things into these boxes that are not for storage. And it'll also reflect the little LED unit that I picked up. This stuff here, this is the extension. It's just basically LED strip that I'll put in. I only have enough for I only have 3 meters, what? That's 1 meter. I've only got 3 meters total of this stuff. So I'm going to put it in somewhere from here and run it along this side. Because if I put it on, because there's going to be a TV mounted here. Not this little TV, but a larger one. And so I'm avoiding having lighting on that side of the bus that's going to reflect off of the TV. You want your ambient lighting to be over here, behind the TV. So that's going to be running on that side, because I think it was close to $80 just for that little scrappy bit of LED. You know, the controller, it runs off of a phone app. It's Bluetooth and an app, and it should be fun when we get the power. I've got some outlets installed, but as you can see by this bundle of wires, the main circuit board has yet to be installed. I also have an outlet to put up right here, and some outlets at the other end of the bus. So Dan's putting the battery bank together, but that's for the bus engine. That's the motor. The house batteries we haven't purchased. We haven't even decided what to purchase, and we haven't built a box for. So we're a few weeks out from that yet. Okay. So it's Tuesday, and it's time to make the video. 2 weeks have passed. I put up these lights. I didn't do much on camera. I just documenting it sometimes is just that extra wrinkle of work, especially when you're just doing it a little bit at a time. I put in the lights on both sides and a matching candle here. And they all are controlled by my cell phone. Now this is kind of cool. Let me see if I can demonstrate for you. You've got this app, you see, that lets you select a variety of different things. You can even get some effects, like this rainbow flash. I like the rainbow fade. That one's pretty fun. The TV, I've got an antenna on the TV. And yeah, there's more outlets in place and more of these valances. I've put in valances and outlets here. And I've done a little more painting, and it's just been fussy little busy work, like this shelf I made for my little dog to sit on because he loves to sit in the window and bask in the fire. So that's it. So, today is Saturday, the day before Hurricane Irma. Let's see, it's September the 9th today. I had a friend over, so I didn't get a lot done, but I managed to get this wash stand built. This is the remains of a lampshade, and it's just set in a hole. And then I've got this drain dealer that I picked up at the store to direct the water. Oops, it fell in. Where it fell in was into this bucket underneath. There we go. Bucket of water. So I'll just put that back. And that's our waste bucket that can be emptied as gray water. There we go. So, and then there's a basin at the bottom, and you really can't see much. It's a nice little blue. Yeah, you really can't see a thing. And got the stove in place. I'm going to move the light around for you. There you go. You can see the color of it now. Yeah. This beautiful teal cabinet with mirrored front, and then there's a purple bucket, there's an orange basin, and there's beautiful red. So this, I wanted a hanging bag of water, but I'm also thinking I could put a water container in the bottom with a pump and a tap. So this is just a hand washing station. If you want to wash dishes, you can put a basin in there. And then we've got water on tap for this stuff, and we've got the box of wine. I mean, you gotta have a box of wine. And the pets, yeah. The pets are pretty comfy. There's Timmy's underneath the tiger there. I've covered him up with a tiger because he's working on a very important chew, and he doesn't want Piper to steal it from him. So he's down in there. I set up a shelf and took my bedroom TV down and put it in here so I could sit here and watch TV. Got my computer, got my phone, got my disco light to make things fun. So, pretty comfortable. I finished painting. Now I have wall building to do and outlets to wire. And then I've got to figure out how to get power into this thing so that I can stop running off of extension cords. Everything in here right now is running off extension cords coming in at the doors. There's 3 of them. So I really need to change that to where I just plug the bus in and then run everything off the internal outlets with its own breakers. So that's it for now.